An emerging issue of national concern is the passage from adolescence into adulthood for individuals with autism spectrum disorders. A lifelong and complex disability, autism is a developmental disorder that typically appears during the first 3 years of life, impacting development in the area of behavior, social interaction, and communication skills. Autism spectrum disorders affect 1 in 150 children nationally and 1 in 94 in New Jersey. One of the most challenging times for families affected by autism is when their children transition from federally mandated educational services through the public schools to the uncertainty of adult services. An essential priority for all adults with autism is employment options, which unfortunately are limited.
The state of New Jersey has an untapped potential resource for employment through the identification of talented individuals with autism who are ready to be effective employees. It's very important that we understand that all individuals with autism can learn when provided with appropriate, systematic, science-based instruction.
Created in 1965, the New Jersey Center for Outreach and Services for the Autism Community, COSAC, provides information and advocacy services to individuals and families affected by autism and the professionals who support them. COSAC's Adult Resources Initiative understands the employment needs and potential of adults with autism.
COSAC is in a unique position to help parents who have children of adolescent age and young adult age through school-based programs to prepare for the transition from school to work. That transition should be seamless.
But it isn't. More training and employment options are needed for thousands of adults with autism so they can lead successful, fulfilling lives.
All the statistics show that 2/3 are interested in working and capable of working.
If we can develop a system where we have adequate, proper supports in place for employment with people with autism, we can maintain the current size of the workforce with good employees, we can add people to the workforce, and so that's only going to lower labor costs for employers.
And for the individual with autism, the benefits of working, providing the supports are in place, are the same as for anyone else.
The sense of self-esteem, the sense of self-worth, of doing something productive, with your day, not just sitting at home watching TV.
It's really a good idea from a business perspective. This is not philanthropy. These people bring amazing value to the organization. They have lower absentee rates, their sick time rates are much lower, and they take their jobs phenomenally seriously.
When I'm working with adults with autism, the first thing that I want to look at is the things that they can do. And the second thing that I want to look at are the things that they like to do.
Next, the individual is supported with a job coach.
The job coach is really there to help an individual with autism to navigate the employment environment.
We made a very careful job match of Matt's interests and abilities. His job coach provides him that support by job shadowing, job sampling, hand-over-hand training.
Once the individual learns the job coach systematically fades away so that the individual can work independently.
Kevin is contributing. He brings him a paycheck. He's happy at what he does.
Supports like job coaches, even if temporary, equal success for many adults on the autism spectrum.
I consider Jack one of our top-tier employees, actually. Always on time, reliable, does his job without a lot of direction needed. Isn't that what everybody's looking for in an employee?
Adam's boss thinks so.
He's a very loving, cheerful, upbeat individual, and he really did become part of the team.
I wouldn't hesitate at all to tell any business to get involved, and I highly recommend it. It's worked out quite well.
I don't see what the big deal is to have special job coaching for people who may need that to improve their productivity.
We can't just ignore this community. I think New Jersey has a great opportunity to be a leader.
National Public Radio host Dan Gottlieb hopes that by the time his grandson Sam, who has autism, becomes an adult, employment options for adults will have significantly improved.
I hope employers will understand these people's humanity, their skills, the gifts that they bring.
COSAC hopes that with the business community's understanding of the variety of skill strengths of individuals with autism, more employment opportunities will be created. In September 2007, New Jersey Governor John Corzine took another substantial step in his commitment to residents affected by autism spectrum disorders. He signed a package of bills sponsored by numerous legislators, most prominently Assembly Speaker Joseph Roberts, Jr. Along with this legislative pledge, Governor Corzine committed $5.35 million in his 2008 fiscal year budget specifically for autism services. For further information about autism spectrum disorders, contact COSAC.